If you're looking for a way to not only mount your Mac Mini under a desk or behind a monitor, but to do so in a secure way that really takes into account the design of the new Mac Mini, then you may consider Sonnet's new MacCuff Mini. Let's check it out. In case you didn't already know, I'm a huge fan of the new Mac Mini. Its design is impeccable, and pound for pound, it provides a ridiculous value for you. And because it's so small, it's like the perfect device to mount under your desk or behind a monitor. And the MacCuff Mini allows you to do just that. And one thing I appreciate about it right off the bat, there's no sharp edges. I don't know how many times I've purchased something like this off of Amazon and it's like almost wants to cut your finger off. Well, this will not do that. There are no sharp edges that I was able to find on this MacCuff Mini. And it does more than just allow you to mount your Mac Mini, it actually secures your device thanks to a pretty clever design that locks the Mac Mini into place. You see this little screw right here? You unscrew this, and that allows you to remove the locking bar, which is what secures the Mac Mini into the MacCuff. So you can see the steel locking bar comprised of the same material as the rest of the unit. So now let me just show you what it's like to slide the Mac Mini into the MacCuff Mini, just like that. You can see the little lip there that keeps it from sliding all the way out. So there we go. So now we secure it with the steel locking bar, just slides in like this. See that? And you just push it all the way through and it goes through to the other side. Now you can either screw it back in or even use a padlock. If you're super secure or super serious about security, you can even lock it with a padlock. But in this case, I'm just going to use the screw that came with it to secure it in place. And that keeps it really, really secure. It's a tight fit that prevents your Mac Mini from sliding around or anything like that. And you can see that front lip that keeps it secure in the front, and there's security all around. So this wraparound theft-proof design, and that includes the hole in the bottom that allows that air intake to fit through just like that. And you can see the various mounting holes. Sonnet includes detailed installation instructions, including the screws. And then you can see here on the bottom, there's a little cutout that of course allows you to access the power button for the Mac Mini. That's important. So you can easily access that. And the design is such that all the ports are open and available, nothing's blocked or hindered. And it also doesn't obscure the exhaust or intake ports all around the Mac Mini. And that bottom panel actually includes the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antennas, and those are not obscured either, which is super important. So really thoughtful design here with the MacCuff Mini. And like I said, Sonnet includes detailed instructions for installation, including the hardware, the screw hardware that you need. And it shows you how to install on the back of a monitor that has a free VESA mount if it has that, or how to install underneath a desk. They also include these little non-marring stickers to put on top of the screw so it doesn't accidentally scratch your Mac Mini when you insert it into the MacCuff. And the screw options are for screwing into a wall, under a desk, or into a VESA mount. You also get this cable management little adapter here, but here it is screwed into the bottom of my desk. And of course you need to remove the Mac Mini first before doing so, but it's a super simple installation. Keep in mind you will need to have some clearance on each side of the Mac Mini, especially the side where the locking bar inserts. You need to make sure you have some clearance to insert that. And I did struggle a little bit finding the clearance on this desk because the way the desk is designed is really not a desk, it's really a workbench. But as you can see there, you do need that clearance on that side. And I just decided to install it right here. And you need a little bit of clearance on the opposite side so it can fit through all the way. But if you have that, it's a super simple install. I mean, it's literally just minutes. So all you need to do is slide your Mac Mini inside like this. Okay. And then lock it into place with the steel locking bar. So all you do is slide it through here. Push it all the way through like that, and now simply secure it with the screw or a padlock if you really are serious about security. So there we go, folks. I mean, it's a pretty simple installation. It's a great way to reclaim some desk space. Even though the Mac Mini itself isn't very large, this is like the perfect device to mount under your desk. And with the MacCuff Mini, it really couldn't be easier. Now, like I said, this is actually a Husky workbench that I'm using as a desk, so it's not a real desk, so keep that in mind. Therefore, it was challenging for me to find a good spot for this thing just because the way this workbench is designed. And actually, as you saw, although the front USB-C ports are free and able to be used, the 3.5mm headphone jack is blocked on my particular installation. But as you can see, it looks super clean, and you can find the MacCuff Mini for about $55 online. I'll have links down below. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. This is Jeff Benjamin with 9 to 5 Mac.